Hello and welcome to channel DWTT. I'm Gary and this is my segment called My 5. We'll be talking about the 1-0 loss to Aston Villa. Alright, so let's get into it. We'll talk a little bit about the lineup, get into the pregame My 5, and then we'll go into the My 5 and maybe talk about a little bit something else afterwards. So the lineup looked like I expected it to. We knew Luis and Leno would be out, so Gabriel and Ryan actually started, which was good. I was hoping Ryan would come in and be able to come in, and I'm glad he did. So my 5 at the start of the game when I looked at the lineup, it was Ryan, Gabriel, Partey, Smith Rowe, and Pepe. And you can probably guess why I kind of picked the first two, but we'll get to them last. And let's start with Smith Rowe. He looked a little. He's been playing a lot, so I'm wondering how he would play. And he did okay, but not anything special. At least from what I could see, I didn't really hear his name much. I really didn't feel like he was on the ball as much. He might have been, but it just didn't seem like he had as much of a presence as I thought he would have. It seemed like a lot of the balls were coming. It seemed, anyways, coming off the wings a lot, which is fine. Through the middle, I think. With Partey there, things looked okay, but Smith Rowe didn't really do much for me today. Not a bad day, but not the kind of day I was hoping for. Me being that we needed to get a win here. So that's Smith Rowe. Next up is Partey. I guess we found out his limit right now. I mean, he can't go pretty much over 60 minutes. I think that's one thing that we saw. But all in all, he does what he's supposed to do in that middle. He definitely makes it a secure place for us in terms of ball possession. The ball doesn't really get lost that much in the middle anymore. And, he does a good job there. He even makes Xhaka look pretty good to me. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about Xhaka having really good games. And I have a feeling, and I believe it's because Partey's there, taking a lot of the pressure off of him. He's getting the ball with a lot of space, and he's always looking forward now because Partey might be telling him to do that, or he's just getting the time on the ball and he's not good under pressure. But he's looking good, and I'll take that from him if that's the way he's going to play. Likewise, can we do better? Probably. Somebody equal to Partey would be nice there. Somebody healthier, of course. But I think Partey is bringing out the best in Xhaka, and it's good to see because we need it. Because we're not a solid 11, at least in my eyes. And next up, we'll go with Pepe. After the last game, what we saw, we were expecting to see a repeat of that. We were hoping he would get a score. It didn't happen today. He had opportunities. Just wasn't there today. I mean, this is more of a team problem than just a Pepe problem. I think everybody was just a step slow on everything. Either extra touches, either a really bad pass leading towards a scoring chance, or the pre-pass leading to an opportunity for us to score, but everything was off, and Pepe kind of symbolized that, along with all the other players. I mean, everybody kind of was along that line. He's tracking back. He actually, come back and made an interception and saw the ball. So I'll take this Pepe all day. But as a team, we just did not look good, and he kind of also was having a day like that. We needed somebody to be able to make that play, and it just didn't happen for us today. I think mostly because we spent so much time on the ball. Their defense was able to just collapse and get in front of every ball. I mean, how many balls didn't go like 3 or 4 feet from the kick? That happens so many times. I think any player that was on the attack hit one of their defenders, even when they're like 3 and 4 feet away, like they couldn't get by. Not on Pepe, only on Pepe, but that's what I saw a lot of. Pepe, like I said, did okay, but in this kind of game, okay, he's just not good enough. We need something special. And he gave us that, and he had opportunity, I think, to make a special play, and he kicked the ball wide. Almost similar to the way he scored in the last game. But this game, he just was off. and it went wide. I think that was probably the case with a lot of the team today. They just were wide and off a little bit. Next up, we'll go with Gabriel. We're replacing Luis. Came in. I mean, outside of one blip, and we'll get to that before we go, I think he did fine with holding to me. One time Holding had a mistake. I don't think Gabriel had anything to do with that. Holding just misplayed the ball and lost it. So I don't know, and I know we talk about Gabriel and Mario, which one does better with Holding. Mario definitely is experienced, but I think Gabriel definitely gives us a skill set that can fit in there. And today, if you notice from the way the game was going, we pretty much, I think we played a solid defensive game. They did get shots, and I think that's going to be something that, yes, that's going to happen. But I think in general, we did pretty well on the defensive side. Not too many mistakes that I can think of really that bad, at least from the center backs. So hopefully, the more Gabriel plays, the more he's going to get better. And last but not least is Matt Ryan. We wanted to make sure we had a backup for Leno. From what I saw today, we do. He made some really good saves. A lot of one-hand stabs at the ball that just stopped it. Nothing really went by him. That wasn't even when I don't think anything went by him except for the first play, the first shot that went towards his goal, which he had nothing to do with. It wasn't all on him at all. But yeah, he looks solid back there for me. If that's our backup going forward, I'll take it. Pretty solid with the ball, so I'll take it. All in all, he did really well. We didn't miss Leno as much as we thought we would. Is he a long-term starter? Probably not, but that's fine. He's a backup right now, and if he stays on, I think we'll be good with that. Next up, we'll talk a little about the play. I went back and looked at most of the game. I got to about 80 minutes or so, and that's pretty much when the game was over. But the first 70 seconds, 75 seconds of the game, it's pretty much where we lost it. We just could never recover it. Gabriel makes a good interception, gets it to Cedric. Cedric, I don't know what he was trying to do. If he tried to hit the ball back to Gabriel, the pass was way off. Gabriel tries to run it down, sees an offensive player coming at it, hesitates because he doesn't want the play to get by him. He's able to somewhat get in his way, but not enough. Cross comes in, goes between Holding's legs, and Matt Ryan's just not able to, that off the leg of Holding, and he goes in. Just like that, pretty quick. And now it's really the difference in how the game went. When they had an opportunity, they took it. There was head down. They had a plan. Ball went in. Cross comes. Shot. We did exact opposite. So many extra touches. When we got the ball with maybe a one-time shot, one-time pass, we just touch. All of that momentum gone. Defense catches up to us, is in the way for all of it. So they had their opportunity. They took it and they got it to go in. If that ball bounces a different direction, coming between the Holding's legs, it could go right to Matt Ryan, and maybe it's a different game. But it wasn't meant to be. So yeah, Cedric had one. In general, he looked okay. Him and Bellerin, to me, looked okay. Could they have done better? Yes, but all in all, it looked fine to me. I guess last but not least, we'll get into some of the substitutions. Lacazette comes off of Aubameyang. There goes our hold-up play. Right, we know that that's something that Lacazette gives us. We lost that. Aubameyang did have a header. Don't think he's good in the air, as most people would say. I don't think any of our players are good in the air. I mean, we've luckily gotten scores from headers, but nothing on purpose. Aubameyang has a chance. Not a good header. I was trying to see if he actually had a shot in this game that with his foot, and I don't think he did. So, he comes in and doesn't give us that opportunity. He may have taken a shot, but I just can't remember it. Then Odegaard comes in for Cedric, which I thought was a little surprising. And so that pushes Saka back to left back. Odegaard looked good in there. Once again, he's been comfortable on the ball. He actually got a shot off. He looks pretty good. I'll take that. And Willian comes in for Partey. Partey can't go 60 minutes. So it comes off. Willian comes in, which I thought was strange. Would have rather have Martinelli come in to give us, I call it energy, but I think he does give us some energy. Meaning that he'll give us some movement with and without the ball. Scoring opportunities, I think, come better with him than Willian in my eyes. But in general, that's where the game went, and we just looked like we were steps slow on everything. The final pass, the final shot, the pass that could lead to, the shot was just off. Everything was off. Too many extra touches. And then is what you get a 1-0 game where for 88 minutes you have most of the possession, most of the passes, which means that, you're doing good with that, and just, they had 2 less shots than us, and we had over 2/3 of possession. That means we're just not able to find an answer to their defense, and we needed to. And I think it's because we spent so much time on the ball once we got into the attacking third. Anything else? That's about it for my 5. Once again, Ryan, Gabriel, Partey, Smith, Rowe, and Pepe for my 5. All right. Just remember, if you like what you hear, give me some comments and below. Subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next show. I actually have 2 shows today. Got my immediate reaction and my 5. So hope you enjoy that. Have a good day or night wherever you are. And remember, come on, you Gunners, and remember these words. Life is a journey. Don't waste the trip. Enjoy the ride. All right, thanks.